Hey, what is up everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. Ever been sitting here making a video and then all of a sudden you thought your TV was on pause and all of a sudden it just starts screaming at you, scare the shit out of you? Well, yeah, that just basically happened to me halfway through the Raw review here. So basically, I don't even remember what the hell I talked about, but it's going to throw me off that I'm going to think of when I'm talking about this video and be saying shit that I already saw. Basically, when it comes down to it, Monday Night Raw tonight was honestly a very, very good show. Nothing really happened. I mean, well, some stuff happened, but overall, I mean, I don't really see anything jumping out at this show that really, shocked me that it was great. But it kept my attention for 3 hours, and when the show was over, I wasn't looking for the show to be over. I was looking for wrestling to keep going, because I was surprised that 3 hours had passed by. But, honestly, I guess the big thing that everybody's going to want to be talking about is Daniel Bryan, as I bet 7,000 YouTube videos have already been put up. And if I'm lucky enough that you guys clicked on this one to get my thoughts on what is going down, honestly, I guess the whole Daniel Bryan and the Wyatts thing is done. I thought that when he joined the Wyatts, it was a little bit weird, and I told you that I would let it sit and play out and see what happened because I thought they would have a good direction in what they were doing. When Daniel Bryan joined up with Kane and formed Team Hell No, I thought that that was a very stupid idea, but as you looked at the progression of the tag team, it built it into Daniel Bryan being one of the strong guys that was going on there, and fighting with the Shield, and becoming the first member of WWE to pin the Shield, proving that he wasn't the weak link, which built to him and Randy Orton having a singles match, which built to him, having a match at SummerSlam. That was all coming out of the whole thing with Kane. And this leads us to this whole thing with the Wyatts. We're 2 weeks in, and it doesn't look like he's with the Wyatts anymore. Honestly, I think any heat that they thought he was going to get by joining this never really came. Everybody chose to cheer the Wyatts. They told us to cheer him even though he was in the Wyatts. But where they go from here, I got no idea. Hopefully this isn't a match. Hopefully this is him going to be still in the Rumble, because he is my pick to win the Rumble. I still think that Daniel Bryan is the guy who is going to come out of this with the big win at the Rumble and go on to WrestleMania to show the Authority, Triple H, Stephanie, Vince, anybody else that doubts him, that he is the guy. I honestly think that, because I was there at WrestleMania 28 Miami at the Monday Night Raw, that I was a part of something special. It wasn't the start of the Yes Chance, but it was damn near, one of the best moments for them. But there's been some times out there that I thought the Yes Chants are pretty damn huge. WrestleMania this year, this show right here. I mean, he didn't even really have to really goat them into doing it. Normally, he does the few yeses with you. This one, he just put his hands up, and the crowd just took over. And I mean, they went on a wide shot that I've never seen them do for a wide shot before to emphasize something that was going on in the ring. It felt like you could see the whole arena, and there wasn't one person that was just sort of standing there holding their popcorn. Everyone had their fingers up in the air. They were all Daniel Bryan fans. They were all WWE fans. And it was one of those moments that you're watching Raw and you're damn happy to be a wrestling fan. Probably the second biggest shocker was Kofi Kingston beating Randy Orton. Big surprise that he would get a win there. I bet a lot of people changed channels, walked out of the room, were doing something else, and the 3 came down, and you didn't even realize what had happened because you thought there was no way in the world he was going to beat him. At the end of the day, they're probably going to hype up Kofi like he has a shot to become one of the guys who wins the Royal Rumble now that he got a win over Orton, but he's still going to be Kofi Kingston at the end of the day. The bigger thing that happened was the big 6-man tag. You had the New Age Outlaws and CM Punk teaming up with... The New Age Outlaws teamed up with CM Punk, and they fought against the Shield. Break that down. Basically, the New Age Outlaws hightailed it out of there, said, you know what, Punk, we're not with you. We're with, basically guessing that they're with Triple H. This is going to be the first stepping stone to Punk versus Triple H in the whole match for SummerSlam. But, they bailed out. It was 3-on-1, and Punk was able to fight off Rollins. Punk was able to fight off Ambrose. But Roman Reigns got the big spear. I was hoping to see some dissension in the Shield, but they sort of just sold the victory. But I think it's going to be used against them in promos. Maybe Punk's going to be one of the guys sticking the knife into them. making them realize that Reigns is the guy that's beat him and nobody else has. I thought that was pretty good shit. Sandow had a good match with John Cena. It's good to see him have a good match, but then again, it's with John Cena. But I'd like to see Sandow moving up the ranks and not wrestling in matches with Mark Henry about Santa Claus next year. The Big Show stuff against the Americans, he was able to beat Jack Swagger pretty easily. After that, he knocked out Zeb Coulter. He made Antonio Cesaro run away like a little girl. And this was all to build up Paul Heyman announcing that we're going to get a match at the Rumble. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. I got big hopes for this match. Not really thinking anything's going to come out of it in the long run. Cameron versus Naomi. Cameron and Naomi. Fuck me. Basically, Cameron fought against AJ. She lost. And Naomi was the one who cleared the ring. Naomi's the one that was giving shots at Tamina. And Tamina's supposed to be the bodyguard that's untouchable. But Naomi was out there clearing it out. So I guess Naomi versus AJ at the Rumble. That'll put some butts in the seats. And what the hell else happened? The Ultimate Warrior going in. I was happy to see that go down. Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio wrestled in a match that honestly, a little while ago, was a match that was a main event caliber match in the WWE. And now it was just a match there. I know they're trying to build up Del Rio like he's going to be some guy to stand up to Batista next week. I felt bad for Mysterio, but then again, I haven't cared about him in a long time, so it is what it was. Who's going to remember the Usos really won a steel cage match in the main event of Raw? It wasn't even like they were really there. I mean, it seems like the second they got out of the cage, they rang the bell. It was about what was going on in the ring between the Wyatts. So here's the Usos getting the biggest win of their career, but at the end of the day, nothing really is going to happen out of it. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping that they can find a spot for you guys on WrestleMania. I can't remember you guys being on the show or the pre-show last year. 28, I think you guys wrestled in the pre-show. Maybe. If they wrestled in the pre-show, I know they didn't win, but at least tell me in the comment section if they were able to have a match, because I don't remember. I know I met them at Access that day, but I can't remember if they had a match in the pre-show.